Hello my dear students, welcome to AriserTalent. Students, I am your maths faculty Arpita Sharma and we were studying the chapter Arithmetic Progression, right students? And we have studied their properties, arithmetic mean and the characteristics of both. Okay students, after that in our previous lecture we have done some questions about that. Now we were at this particular question, which is in an AP, if the 5th and 12th term are 30 and 65 respectively, what is the sum of first 20 terms? Okay. So, I have given you a little hint about it, that how will you solve this question. So, done that or not? Okay, just do it with me. Now, the solutions here. What's saying? Understand, if the 5th and 12th terms, now 5th term is given and 12th term is given. You haven't provided with A or D, okay. So, you just have to find them first and we'll do the proceedings later. Right now, 5th and 12th terms are 30 and 65. So, I can write that given is what? T5, that is 5th term, equals to 30 and the second parameter which is given is T12, which is equals to 65. Now you know my students that Tn equals to what? A plus n minus 1 D, isn't it? So I can apply this formula in both these two things, okay. Solution. Right from there, okay, this is our given thing. We have to find sum of what? First 20 term, S20, okay. Now, T5 equals to 30, which is given, but will be equals to what? A plus n minus 1 D. Now, n in this case is 5, in this case only, okay. So, it will be what? A plus 4D, n minus 1 is 4. Now again T12, which is equals to what? 65 given, and by this formula that will be what? A plus n minus 1D. Now n is 12, so it will be 11D. Now what can I do? I can put this equation 1 and I can write it as equation 2. And now what we usually do with these two equations to find the unknowns here, we'll just do what? Yes, equation 2 minus equation 1. So when you subtract it, you will get what? A minus A equals to 0. Now 11D minus what? 4D, right? So you'll be having 7D. 7D equals to what? This 35. From here you can write then D equals to 35 by 7, which is 5. So this is the one thing you've got. D equals to 5. Now if I look to my formula Sn, Sn is what? Sn is what? N by 2. A plus Tn I can say. In this case, we are not having Tn. So, can I write the second formula, which is 2A plus n minus 1D? For this formula, I am having D, but I am not provided with A. So, can I found A with the help of this equation, that is A plus 4D equals to 30, implies that A plus 4 multiplied by D, which is 5, equals to 30. From here, can I find the value of A equals to nothing but what? 30 minus 20, which is equals to 10. So, students, I have found the new parameter A equals to 10 here. So D equals to 5, A equals to 10. Right? Now I have to find the first 20 terms summation. So now I am having A, now I am having D, and now I am having N given. N equals to 20, which is given. So can I found the value of Sn, because these three parameters are used in Sn? So okay. By formula, Sn equals to n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1d, right? Okay. So, putting values, n will be equals to what? 20 given. Okay. And the rest of the values we have found. So, as what? As 20 equals to n is what? 20 by 2. 2 multiplied by A is 10 plus n minus 1. Now, n is again 20. So, 20 minus 1 is 19. Multiply by the difference. Now, difference is 5. So, can you just find it? That will be equals to 10. That will be 20 plus that will be 135. So, S20 will be 10 multiplied by 5 and 1, that will be 1550. So, the value for the first 20 terms in the series whose fifth term is 30 and 12th term is 65 will be what? 1550. Note this, students. Okay. Okay, students. So, this is one. Now, what is this next question? Okay, have a look at that. It's a multiple kind of question. 23rd term of the AP. AP is what? It's a decreasing one. Okay. 7, 5, 3, 1 and so on is what? 51 minus 37, 37 minus 51, which is the 23rd term. So, if you will see the question, you will examine this. This is decreasing. So, it's here 1. So, obviously, these two are not options. If you are providing with the same question and given 3 as positive and 1 as negative, just tick at that one. Okay, it's a kind of trick because it's going to decrease. So, the 23rd term will be negative for sure. But in this case, we are having 2 negatives and 2 positives. So, we have to solve it. Okay. Now, the 23rd term of the AP. AP is what? Given AP is 7, 5, 3, 1 and so on. Now, from this given AP, can you tell me what is the difference, common difference D? 7 and 5. So, 5 minus 7. Don't do it like 7 minus 5. It will be 5 minus 7 equals to minus 2. Okay. Again, minus 2. Again, minus 2. So, we concluded that the difference, common difference is equals to minus 2 here. Okay. Now, after the difference, can you tell me the first term is what? You can easily see the first term is 7. So, okay, A is 7. Now, the 23rd term. Now, the 23rd term will be what? Simply A plus n minus 1 D. Okay. So, n is what? 23. You asked about 23rd. So, n is 23. So, you'll just put the value, okay, 23 minus 1 and the D is minus 2. So, just calculate it. That will be 22 minus 2. Now, this will be 7 minus 44. That will be 7. That will be 3 and a minus sign here. Okay. So, this is our answer. So, is this option is given? Yes, it's given here. So, our option is option C, which is our answer, that is minus 37. Okay. Note it, students, so that we can move further. Okay. These questions are not that much time taken. These are not that much time taking questions, students. Okay, these are for your competitive exams. Now, the next question is the nth term of an AP is 3n plus 5. Its 7 term is. Now, just don't, be dumb here and start making formulas and all. Simply asking that the nth term of AP is equals to what? 3n plus 5. Then it's 7 term. That means n equals to 5. Just put n equals to 5 here. Okay, I'm not going to elaborate it. That is 3n plus 5 at n equals to 7. What will it become? 7 plus 5, you know it. That will be 26 for sure. So, 26A is your answer. Don't hustle between this, that this is in the form of 3n plus 5. So, the answer should be in the form of n. No, it's not like that. Just put the value n equals to what which is given. It's so simple, but many times you create complexity in your mind. Okay. So, simple, you know this? Right. So, coming to the next question, how many terms of the AP 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 and so on must be taken to make the sum 108? That's 108. So, how many terms you will get? So, this is a tricky question. Now, you can apply the formulas here. Okay. Apply formula only where it's required. Right? So, how many terms are AP? So, what we will do, we will write our AP, given AP is what? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 and so on. Right. So, this means A equals to what? 3. These are given parameters, okay? You just have to look at the AP and you will find it. And the common difference, you will tell me now. What is the common difference? 3, right? 3 here, 3 here, 3 here and 3 here and so on. So, 3 will be the common difference. Okay. So, it's telling me that sum Sn should be what? 108. It is also given to you. Now, what you have to find? To find is n, number of terms. You have provided with A, you have provided with D, you have provided with the Sn. Now, you have to find the n. So, what you have to do? You have just simply put the formula here and get the answer. Now, what is the formula of Sn? Sn's formulas are 2, that is n by 2. The one is n by 2, A plus Tn. Now, you are not having provided with the last term that Tn. Okay, so we are going with the second formula, that is n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1 d. Now, in this case, you are having this sum as 108 which is given. Now, this n is to be found, so n as it is. Then, we are taking this formula. So, 2 multiplied by a, which is 3. Okay. Now, n minus 1, n is unknown. Okay. The difference is d equals to 3 again. Okay. Now, can I just multiply it here and can I just take out 3 here? Okay. So, after taking out 3 here and sending 2 here, I will be lefting what? 2 plus n minus 1. Right? Now students, I'll let you know how tricks will work in this. Okay, so that will become what? 3 here. So I can just write 3 here. Okay, now if I am writing 3 here, I can cut it. 3 times 1, 6 times. So this will become what? 2n here plus n and n square minus n. Okay. So what will it become? It will become 2n minus n will become n square plus n. N square plus n this side, this particular side. And 36 multiplied by 2 equals to what? 72. Now you are having this equation n square plus 2 equals to 72. Now you have two options. First option is this, find the root of n, find the value of n from this equation. First method is this. Second method, you have 4 options here. Only this option is, having a large number, but the rest of the 3 are very quite easy to calculate with. So just leave this number, try these 3 numbers. If these 3 numbers are not giving you answer, this is your answer for sure. Okay, and if you are getting the answer from these 3, so you need not to calculate this one. Okay, so do this. If you are having 6 here, 6 square plus 6. If you are having 7 here, 7 square plus 7. If you are having 8 here, 8 square plus 8. Now what will give you 72? Just calculate it. That will be 36 plus 6. That will be 49 plus 7. And that will be 64 plus 8. Now you can easily say this will give you 73. This is 72, sorry. This will 72. All these 2 are less than 72. Okay. So you can easily find out the value of C is what? Value of this question is what? C. That is 8. So this is some kind of tricky question. You just don't have to solve this, but you just have to pick these things and put it here and get your answer. Right, students? So done with the question? Okay, if this one is not an multiple choice question, what will you do? You will just find out the root of n. Okay, from this. Right. Right, students. Okay. Now, moving towards the next question. What we are having in bucket? We are having it in a certain AP. The 24th term is twice the 10th term. Okay. Prove that the 72nd term is twice of 34th term. So, what's saying basically, it's telling you some first equation and asking you to prove this second equation. This is the, okay. Now, for the proof thing, we just want to know what is given and what is to prove. So, given is what? That in a certain AP 24th term. Now, 24th term can be written as T24 is the twice the 10th term. So, that will be 10th term and it's twice. Now, this is the given statement that 24th term is the twice of 10th term. Okay. And I am writing in that equation 1 also. Now, we have to prove that 72nd term, now T72, this term is equals to twice the 34th term, twice the T34. You need to prove this. Okay. So, proof. We are having all this time this single formula with us of Tn equals to A plus n minus 1 D here. Okay. So, T24 by this formula here we can write A plus n minus 1. Now n is 24. So can I directly write 23 here? 23D. Okay. Now T10 multiplied by 2 is equals to what? A plus 9D multiplied by 2. Now what will it give you? That will give you 2A plus 18D. So by equation 1, these two things are given equal. So by equation 1, 2 and third, what I can write is A plus 323D A plus 23D is equals to 2A plus 18D. Okay. Now I'll transfer it here and it here. So it will give me 2A minus A equals to A. Okay. 23 minus 18D. Okay. So A will be equals to what? 5D. Now mind it, A equals to 5D, or I can write D equals to A by 5. I can put the values as I want to. Okay. So what I concluded from these two equations is A equals to 5D, students. Now what I have to prove about T72. Now T72 equals to what? A plus what? 71D, right? But A equals to 5D. So can I write is equals to 5D plus 71D? So it will become what? 76D. So T72 is equals to what? 76D, and now I am telling you to create it as equation 4. Okay. Now come to this side of the board. Here we are having the next part. We have to prove that is equals to 2T34. So T34 is equals to A plus what? 33D and minus 1D, 33D. Okay. Now what it's saying? 2T34, that will be equals to what? 2A plus 33D. Now A is what? A is equals to 5D. So 2T34 equals to 5D plus 33D. Right, students? And we gonna multiply it also. Okay. So let it me correct. I have to correct it. Okay, I just multiply T34 by 2. So here it will be again, right? So it will be 2T34, that will be equals to 2A plus 66D. Now this 2T34 will become 2 multiplied by 5D, because A equals to 5D plus 66D. Okay. So that will give me T34 equals to 10D plus 66D, which is equals to 67D. Now which equals to 76D. Now this is what? The fourth one, and equation fifth one. Now equation 5 and 4. When I'll compare them, what I'll found that T34 multiplied by 2 is equals to what? T72. Okay, students. So here it is proved or not? Say yes or no. So hence proved. So what you did? You just created the first given equation and in the second given equation that you have to prove, you just applied the formulas and put the value of, replace the value of A in the terms of D. Right, students? Okay, note it. I am going to rub this. Okay. Right, students. So, what is our next question? Let's have a look at that. This is divide 32 into 4 parts which are in AP. Now, this is different one, na? Divide 32 into 4 parts which are in AP such that the product of extremes is to the product of means is 7:15. Now, it's not saying you directly, but indirectly it's talking about 4 parts of 32. That means the summation is what? 32, and you have to divide it in what? 4 parts. 4 parts is even, and we when we use even things, what we use? What we suppose the term? That is A minus D, A plus D, the midterms, and the extremities as A minus 3D and A plus 3D. Okay. In the supposition of term, I have cleared that thing for you. Okay. So, now it's saying given that the product of extremities. Okay. So, first I have to suppose or let the four terms in AP, 4 terms in AP are A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, A plus 3D. Okay. So, A minus 3D plus A minus D plus A plus D plus A plus 3D is equals to what? 32, given as a statement. Okay. Now, it's given 32. Now, we know that why we use this kind of format, this minus 3D, minus D plus D, minus D, 3D, so that we can easily remove this D from this equation. So, these D's will cancel out. You will be remaining with 1, 2, 3, 4 A's. 4 equals to 34 will give you nothing but A equals to 8. Okay. Or I can mark it differently so that we can use the values. Okay. Now, we have supposed this thing. Now, it's saying the product of extremes. Now, the extremes are what? These 2 terms. Is the to the product of means. Now, product of means are these terms. Okay. These are the extreme terms. These are the mean terms. So, it's saying the product of this to this divided by product of this to this equals to 7/15. It is provided, this information is provided you in the question. So, you can write A minus 3D, A plus 3D divided by A minus D, A plus D equals to what? 7/15, and this information is also given to you. Okay. Now, you will apply which formula? A plus B, A minus B. So, which formula? A square minus B square. So, that will be A square minus B square will be 9D square. Here A square and this B square will become D square. Now, you have the value of 8 equals to A. Okay. So, what you can do, you can just replace this value A as 8, that will give you 64 minus 9D square upon A square minus D square equals to 7/15. 15. By cross multiplication, you will find out 7d square minus 7a square minus 7d square equals to 15 multiplied by 64 minus 15 multiplied by 9 d square. Okay, 7a square minus, this is a square, which is what? Actually 64, right? So 64 here. Okay, so we have this equation in form of d square. So we can just solve it by resolving it here. That is 15. I can just rub this. Okay. So this 15 multiplied by 9 d square in this side minus 7d square equals to that side, supposed to be like that only, and this will be in minus. Okay, so why I am not solving it? Because I can take 64 common here and 15 minus 7 as it is. Okay, now that will be what? 5 135d square minus 7d square. Okay, so here you will find it like 8. Okay, now here it will be 8 2 1 d square. So d will be equals to 64 multiplied by 8 upon 128. Right, students? Now you can cut this with this or not. 8 4 6 times. Okay, so you have remained with that. Now this with this 4 times. So this is the value of d square you got. So d equals to plus minus 2. Okay, so you have got the value of d equals to plus minus 2. In this case, we will have two APs. We are having d equals to plus and minus of something. Then we will have two APs, and that can be, in the decreasing or increasing order. So AP and the numbers will be same, but the difference can be there. Like it can be in the what you say, this descending and ascending form. Okay, right. So d equals to 2, a equals to 8. So can I just write these numbers? Okay. So I was having things like, I am just writing it here so that I can have enough space. D equals to 2 plus minus 2. Okay. D equals to plus minus 2. Right. Okay. So a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d, that was okay, a plus d, here a plus d and a minus 3d. This was our sequence. So simply the value of a is 8. So 8 minus 3 multiplied by 2, then 8 minus 2, then 8 plus 2, and then what? 8 plus 3 multiplied by 2. What will it give you? This is 6 minus 8 will give you 2, then this will give you 6, then this will give you 10, and then 6 plus 8 will give you 14. Okay, so here is an AP whose summation is what? 10 plus 6 16 plus 4 20 plus 10 30 plus 2 32. So the summation is what? 32. Now the product of extremes to the product of means. So that will be 2 by 17 by what? 6 by 10. Okay. So what will it give you? 3 times, 7 times, 5 times. So that will give you 7 by 15, which is the given ratio. So you can cross check with your answer. Okay. So this is your answer. Now this AP can be 2, 6, 10 and 14, and in reverse, when will you put the value D equals to -2, you will get 14, 10, 6 and 2. That means the reverse of this AP in descending order. Okay. So note this so that I can rub this. Okay, students. Right, students. So we're having some more questions in our bucket. That's interesting too. So what will we do? We will discuss them in our next lecture. Okay, students. Till then, take care. Bye. Thank you.